You know, I had other plans for today, but apparently Disney has decided this is going to be my whole day now. So, yeah, a ton of stuff got announced for Disney, mostly having to do with Disney Plus, because you might as well emphasize that, since who knows when theaters are going to be back to normal. And we've got a whole bunch of trailers, a ton of Star Wars stuff got announced, Marvel stuff got first looks and trailers, and they announced a whole bunch of other stuff for Disney Plus, plus what they're planning to do with their adult targeted stuff. They're creating a whole new service for every country outside the US. In the US, it's all just going to go to Hulu. So, like, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to the point that I'm doing more than one video on it. Here, what you're going to see is my reaction to the trailers and first looks, etc. that have been put out, because I haven't watched any of them yet. And I'm not going to do absolutely every single one that was put out, because a lot of them were like just basically announcement trailers that debuted a logo, and that was pretty much it. I don't have time or really interest in that. So I'm going to be sticking mostly to the Marvel stuff, because that was the stuff that had proper trailers coming out. Now, if you want to hear my opinions on the bigger scope of things and to talk about the state of Star Wars and things like that, there's going to be a whole other video over in the Council of Geeks proper, where I will have a more structured conversation about that. But this is reaction, so why don't we start with Loki. Okay, so we're going to start with the scene from Endgame that'll set up the whole series. I do love his just looking back and forth. He's just so calm, just standing there like, huh, okay. Alright, what do we got? Yeah. Okay. Probably not where he wanted to end up initially. But hey, it's not captured. And this will be villain Loki too, so that'll be fun. God, I love his expressions. I love his face and what he does with it. Just like, ooh,
You're
that's...
taking me somewhere to kill me.
No, I'm taking you someplace to talk.
Well, I don't like to talk.
Okay, so Howard
You like
Stark.
to lie, which you just
No,
did,
not Howard Stark.
because we both
Owen
know
Wilson.
You love to talk.
It's the angle that was throwing me
How
off.
long have you been here? I don't know, it's hard to say. You know, time passes differently here in the TVA.
What does that mean?
You'll catch up.
Huh. So I guess he doesn't just escape. There's whoa, there's a lot of other stuff going on here. Was that Cap? No, I think it was a knight's helmet.
Glorious.
I'm not going to go back through this frame by frame to figure everything out. Is it bad that I like Tom Hiddleston in a collar? Huh. Is this pulling from the storyline where he was like, was it Agent of Asgard or something?
Brother, I'm down.
You better be ready.
Like, not directly pulling, I mean, but just like taking the concept of him working for somebody and being the chaotic mess that he is.
Come on. What did you expect?
Okay, yeah, I'm here for that. I guess it makes sense if they're going to try and actually have a proper series structure to do something along the lines of teaming him up with someone who's trying to control him and send him on missions or whatnot, because if you left him completely to his own devices, he would just wreak chaos across time and space. And while that would be fun, you can't really build much structure around that. So this makes a lot of sense. At least the vibe I'm getting off it from this one trailer without going back through it with a fine-tooth comb. Overall, yeah, I'm game. I dig it. What else we got? Oh, Falcon and Winter Soldier. In the shadow of Captain America. That's a big shot. That's the
legacy of that shield is
You're in the shadow of America's ass.
complicated.
That's putting it mildly.
The world. It's upside down.
Okay, much more serious tone, this one.
Something to get behind.
Which makes sense if you're dealing with something like the legacy of Captain America.
They need the symbol.
They are doing cool things with the
What's our plan?
wings.
So no plan.
Great.
I feel like the color on the wings now is much closer to like his classic original look from the 70s. Which is cool.
What's going on in that cyborg brain of yours?
You don't want to know.
Oh, yeah, I can see it working. Gears turning. Oh, they're malfunctioning. They're on fire.
God, I hate you.
Huh. The term cyborg brain threw me off. Like, I suppose that's technically true. He is a cyborg because of the arm, and obviously he has a brain. But saying cyborg brain made me think that his brain itself was cyber augmented, which... Has that been... I know he's been brainwashed. I don't know. Looks pretty good. Obviously not quite as jazzed about that as Loki. I think mainly because it's much more of what I expected this show to be. It's set on Earth. It's going to be a lot more grounded. It's going to be more serious in tone. And all that's fine. It's just less likely to get me jazzed in advance. Because I saw Loki like, I don't know what they're going to do. And I see all these glimpses of a bunch of different things. I'm like, oh, okay. Whereas this, I'm like, that's about what I expected you to do. And I expect it'll probably be good. Biggest kind of like, I got was just seeing these two again. They've got good on-stream chemistry, which is going to make or break a show like this. So that's solid. What else we got? Oh, we have a second trailer for WandaVision. Okay. Starting with the Leave It to Beaver look again.
Well, I assure you, I'm married to a man, a human one.
Wanda.
Aww.
We are an unusual couple.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
They also confirmed the release on this is January.
We just don't know what to expect.
Howdy, neighbors.
Hey, bud.
Wanda, what's up? Who are you?
I don't know.
Ooh. That's a nice slip in of sinister. I like it.
I think something's wrong here.
Wanda, can you hear me? Who's doing this to you?
Are you here to help us? This is our home.
Then let's fight for it.
Well, I think we handled that well.
So, here's my thinking on that. I like that this trailer had a bit less of the sinister elements that were in the first trailer. They're still there. You still get little hints of it. But I like that the emphasis this time was more on the dynamic of the relationship between Wanda and Vision. And you sort of got this feeling like this situation, this world keeps changing in ways that don't make sense, but these two are still... that they're the rock that all this is built on. They are going to be the stabilizing element, which would be a good way to approach something that looks like it has the potential to go as weird as this is likely to go. So that's solid. There's a couple of other things here. First look exclusive for what? What is this?
Space. Time.
Okay, animated.
In a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibility.
Oh, is this the what if?
That doesn't sound ominous at all.
I don't like this animation style. I've never liked this animation style. Oh no. Oh, that's the Watcher. Sweet.
I was promised an army.
You have a super soldier.
Oh, Peggy. Nice. Okay, maybe I can get used to it. I just don't like this style of animation. I remember it first becoming a thing in the early 2000s. I've never, ever liked it.
What you doing out there all by yourself anyway?
Exploring the world.
Sounds fun. But why stop at one world when we can show you all of them?
I am the Watcher. I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me and dare to face the unknown.
If they're gonna burn off Marvel Zombies, I'm glad it's here. What if? Okay.
Give me the tour.
Okay, so, like I said, I don't like that animation style. I've never liked it. It's part of why I haven't gone back for the second season of The Dragon Prince. I don't like that look of... It looks like 2D animation stretched over a 3D frame, and I just don't like it. It looks wrong to me. It looks fundamentally wrong. Oh, that's annoying. I'm hoping I'll get over it, because, like, I want to see this, and I like how varied these look. I like some of the ideas that were... Well, I don't really like Marvel Zombies. I've never liked Marvel Zombies, but I'm happy to see it there so that they burn the damn idea off and never bring it to the films. Don't. Anyways, as far as setting the animation style aside, I think that there's a lot of fun to be had here, and I like that they are repeating the structure of the actual What If comic series that Marvel has done, which is to have the Watcher host it and basically saying, here's how it would have gone elsewhere. Now, I'll be curious to see if it keeps in line tonally with the original What If series, because if you've never read them, there is not a single What If story that ends well. They all end badly, basically serving as a reinforcement for the idea that the world we are watching, the main Marvel universe, is the best possible outcome. And when it deviates from what we've seen, even if it tries to deviate on things that went bad, it actually would have ended up being much worse. So I'll be curious to see if it keeps that tone, or if it's willing to have some of them end a bit more upbeat. It wouldn't surprise me if some of these are actually going to end up being secret pilots for potential spin-offs, depending on the response and the reaction that fans have to them. Marvel really does seem to be leaning into the multiverse thing a lot, which, broadly speaking, makes me nervous, but I don't want to dwell on that too much right now. I think I've got one other thing to check out. I'm not doing the Star Wars stuff because it was all just like announcement trailers and like a sizzle reel, which I doesn't do much for me. Although this is a sizzle reel too, what I'm about to watch, but it's Ms. Marvel, and I like Kamala Khan. Or Kamala Khan. I gotta figure out how to pronounce that correctly.
But at the core of all of it, her story is so universal.
Miss Marvel is one of the newer characters in the Marvel comics.
She is, and she's great.
And when one comes in that grabs the world's imagination like this, the questions are, when are we going to bring Miss Marvel to the screen?
When Miss Marvel first came out, we had such an incredible reaction.
It was so incredibly popular because everybody could see themselves in her.
I never saw
Alright, so this is just them bigging up the concept.
in the comic book.
Mate, how long is this?
Cool.
I am
cool.
The casting process was vast. When we
another-
discovered Iman, we
okay.
knew that she was Kamala Khan.
It was unanimous.
Kamala.
Yeah, I can't
So we're
go
going with
again.
Kamala, not Kamala.
And then, of
Okay.
course, we've got a really incredible team of directors. Bilal Fallah, Adil
Yeah, so they're
Arbi,
just picking up the
Mira
production.
Menon,
I'm
and
kind of hoping that at the
Sharmila
tail end they'll like
Bates-Joy.
show
And all
a
of them, they're
glimpse or
taking the
something.
material
Her in
and
costume,
elevating it.
maybe.
So human. It's about a teenager figuring out who she is and about
If I'd realized what this
family
was,
and friendship
I
is
might
at
have
the
skipped
heart
it.
Of the MCU canon. That's what's so exciting.
These
about
sorts
this
of
story
videos
we're bringing
don't
is that
usually
we're going to
excite me
introduce
very
you to a
much.
new family that's also going to be part of the wider MCU.
Ms. Marvel. I like the logo. No, I guess that's about it. Yep, okay. So we're going to wrap it up there. I'm not going to deal with the Star Wars stuff, as I said. So there's my reactions to the various Marvel trailers. You can check out the video on Council of Geeks that I already mentioned for my more complete thoughts on everything going on. Holy crap, it's a lot. So go check that out if you haven't already. And what are your thoughts on any of these trailers? Whatever they are, drop something down in the comments. Let's talk about it. Usual stuff like share, subscribe. I have a Patreon, which is what pays my bills and keeps this entire operation up and running. And I may need to use that Patreon money to finally get a Hulu subscription in the near future. Dang it, I'm sick of signing up for these things. Anyways, if you're able to help me out in any amount, it is a very direct piece of assistance, and it does help keep things going. But even if you're not able to, don't sweat it, because we take a relaxed attitude around here. Just come on back next time you need a break.